so beginning with the end, all right? Tomorrow I'm gone. So if you are in my sections, which like 99% of you are, okay, I'll be gone. You're doing a quick solve. For the quick solve, I will have an answer key on the whiteboard, okay? So I'll probably have 2 or 3 of them up. And then it's going to have all of the work on the answer key, okay? So when you go up, you can check, and I want you to get it 100% right, okay? But you got to learn from it. You can't just, could you walk up there and just copy it all down? Yes. Is that going to help you on Monday when you take the test? No. I'll still give you the points, but realize 10% of your grade or 70% of your grade. Which one's going to move the needle? Okay? So, for the quick solve, I will have it on the board, but realize you've got to make the most of your time. Okay? It is 6 problems. It's all graphing. It is not too crazy of one. All right? But hopefully it helps. And then Friday, we have whiteboard practice. So that is like a group kind of deal. We just go through problems. I fix the little things as you're going. Not too bad. And then Monday is that test. Okay? The EMPT test is what you're going to take on Wednesday. And so we take that test twice, actually. We take it beginning of the year. We take it at the end of the year. And so we actually look at giving you extra credit if you show improvement. Okay? And so the test is just, it tells you if you're ready for college. It gives you like the score. It gives you like C1, C2, C3. So like college ready based off that. And then there's some other metric for it too. But it's just telling you, are you ready for college mathematics? And it's 100% like for you. And we just look to see if you improved and you're more ready when you left the class than when you started the class. Okay, so there's no pressure in terms of that. You could get extra credit, otherwise there's nothing. You do worse or the same, it just doesn't help you out. Okay? Questions? All right. Everything that you need to have done by Monday is going to be your TOEFL packet, your 2 quick solves, your formative quiz corrections, and that's due when you take the test. So if you take the test at 8 a.m., have it done then. If you take the test at 2, have it done then. Okay? It doesn't help you. All of this is here to prepare you for the test. So it does not help you to turn it in late. That's why we run it that way. So we had that factoring one like last week. Yeah. So that's one of them. And then tomorrow you have a chapter review quick solve. Okay? So yeah, you didn't get that one yet. You'll get it tomorrow. Any other questions? Kind of get what's going on? I'm going to be disappearing from you for a little bit. So Thursday I'm going to be gone. We have our conference tennis tournament. And then Monday I'm also gone. And like I tell you all the time, I'm not going to help you on the test anyways for a calculator, but realize the person who's sitting there is going to have no idea how to work a calculator. So just bear that in mind. And then your EMPT test is the last day that I'm for sure gone. I might be gone a little bit more than that. But worked it out so that you still get lessons and don't have to worry about it. Questions? Then we are going to begin. And we're going to skip 2-4. And 2-4, we had time to do on class. If you didn't finish, there's the mouse problem. You'll definitely have time at the end of class to ask. Okay? So you will have time. I just want to get through our lesson for the day and then give you time to work and finish off anything you need to. We had a quiz on this stuff yesterday. We're not going to do letter A. We are going to do letter B. And I want you to tell me, how do I start letter B? Can't factor it. Okay, this was the problem that we got wrong the most. Okay, hold up. Anyone got it? Anyone know how to start this? Okay, so negative b over 2a gives me the x-coordinate of my vertex, and it gives me the axis of symmetry. So I'm going to write x equals something I don't know yet, parentheses, I know I'm going to have a vertex, don't know what it is yet, I have to go ahead and calculate that. Remember, it goes A, B, C. So A is -2 and B is 8. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to calculate those 3 things. Vertex, concavity, axis of symmetry. I'll be walking around.
There's supposed to be like a
Oh, this is your packet. Good. You have to type that in for parentheses if you're going to do it that way. What I would recommend instead is, what is 2 times -2? Just do that, and then go 8 divided by -4 if you must use the calculator. Okay. It is positive.
Where's this problem in our packet?
top 2-5, top right. Alright, what is that?
Plug in that 2 and find the other portion of your vertex.
2, comma.
How do you do that?
You just plug in 2 for X now. That's what you have to struggle. It's not even.
I think math is my strong suit.
You are doing just fine.
Well, I got like a max shadow. You want to say my test going out?
I was gonna say, you know I'm recording this one, right?
Why? Just ignore me. Wait, what if test retakes available? Like, are they available right now?
Yeah, we're talking about it. Okay, let's get through this, and then we can
Take
talk
the
about it.
next one before you make a decision.
Yeah. That is factual.
Why are you recording?
Posted for those, like, posted for people like you.
If you're sick. If you're sick or anything like that, I record the lessons. You can go on Canvas. I post it every day. I had a question over here. Yep. For the x-intercepts, you have to write it as a point. So we actually don't know what our x-intercepts are, but let's say it was -13. I would have to write it -13, comma 0. Okay, but it's not that. Okay. Yep, that's fine. All right, so then we get what for our vertex? We get 2, comma 9 is good. Concavity, what should I expect this to be? Down because of that -2. Okay? Alright, so we got down. And then I'm going to plot this. So I got 2, 9. And then you have an option. Now this is something we struggled with yesterday. We got to something like this. A lot of times we had the y-intercept, so people would plot that down and that was fine. But then we just kind of were like, I don't know how to get the other points. Folks, you can always plug in a number to x and get more points. Okay? Now we can be purposeful about the numbers that we choose. For example, if I'm making a table, what's going to be in the dead center of my table? 2. Why would I make 2 the dead center of my table? It's a vertex. So the points are going to be close to kind of that vertex. So they should work out nice. So if I count up the ladder, this is 3, 4. If I go down the ladder, this is 1, 0. You should pick 1 or 3.
I tried
Yeah.
my best to do that table.
Now, the other option is what? What's the other option? 1, 4, 9. If I do 1, 4, 9, I do want you to write out 1, 2, 3, showing that it goes left to right. And then I start with 1, 4, 9. What would I multiply these numbers by? Perfect, -2. So I multiply that by whatever A is, whatever that leading number is. Okay? Notice how important A is. It helps us get our axis of symmetry. It helps us get our vertex. It helps us with concavity. And now it helps us with the pattern.
Yo, I just hit a mental break. I got it out.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to choose to use the table on this one because I don't want to type all those numbers in. But I'm going to use this. Okay? So if you use this, I would expect to see this. Okay? On your paper. So I'm going to go from the vertex. I'm going to go 1 to the right, and I'm going to go down 2. I'm going to go 1 to the left, and I'm going to go down 2. Now, the other thing that I saw on the quiz was people who used the pattern. Some of you were sleeping the last time I talked about this, and you went from the new dot, and you would go 1 to the right, and you would go down 8. But we always have to go back to our vertex, and so it says 2 to the right, and then I go down 8. So that's going to drop me right there. And then symmetry drops me right there. That's the shape that I have, okay? Do we got any questions? Okay. Then we're going to play a game. And the game is called I Know the Vertex. Do you know the vertex? And what we're going to be looking for is we're going to look for a pattern, okay? So I'm going to just make a new page. You don't have to write any of this down. Your notes, you see that there's stuff there, and we're gonna do all that nice stuff. But I'm going to write something down. So I'm going to write down this. I'm going to write down
This sucks.
It is not that hard.
Okay, I know the vertex of the first function. The vertex of this function is 5, 4. Do you know the vertex of the next function? Any guesses? It's actually okay to get it wrong right now, right? You're just guessing. Any guesses what the vertex is over here? 6 and 3?
All I do is add one and take one.
Okay, so I'm going to cross that off. So the vertex here is -3, -5.
So the other one's gonna have like a 13.
So any guesses on this vertex?
Hold on, I can figure this out.
Hold up. We know the vertex. So we know the vertex. Do you know the vertex? What is it? I like that.
Oh, so it's the x plus whatever.
Ooh, -13. We know the vertex.
So it's the opposite of that.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to reiterate that. What it comes down to is it comes down to this. We are looking at a third form today. So we had factored form. That's what we started with. We had standard form. That's the problem we had just done on the board. And this last form, my personal favorite because it's super easy to use, is vertex form. And so this is vertex form, and the vertex is h, k. Now, you notice, and as corny as this sounds, half of you are going to at least remember it. So that's good. So you're all in high school. You probably dated someone. You've probably broken up. And you probably don't necessarily like that person. Unless you had a really good breakup, good for you. I'm not looking for hands. Not looking to dive in there. But whatever your ex tells you to do, you normally do the opposite. Because you just don't like them or just despite them. So here, X is telling me -5. Heck no, I'm going to just be a 5. Okay? And then this number we just take for what it is. 4. They had nothing to do with the breakup, so they're cool. So over here, x was positive 3. Screw that. We're going to put negative 3. And then negative 5 was just sitting out there. We take it along. Does this number do anything? No. Not in terms of the vertex. This is, you notice, still A. So it's still A. It still tells me concavity. It still tells me if I'm looking at using the pattern what to multiply by. But that's about it. Okay? So now we're, if there's no A, then it's just 1. Okay? There's no number there, it's just 1. So this first one, my vertex is going to be what? Negative 3, 5. If I know my vertex, we know our axis of symmetry. What's our axis of symmetry? Is that good? No.
We need that y-intercept is 5.
X equals.
It's got to be x equals.
Oh, I didn't know that I didn't know that's where we are.
Sorry. It has to be x equals. Okay? The axis of symmetry is a vertical line, so it has to be x equals. Okay. Y-intercept.
5.
No. That's a great thought. Okay? No, that's a great thought. If it was in standard form, it would be 5. But in vertex form, we cannot just take it. Okay? Standard form is the only one you can take it. So y-intercept, this is true for any function we're going to look at. Y-intercept means that x is 0. So I plug in 0 for x. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do this one with you so we get our order of operations correct. We're going to make a mathematician out of you yet. Good job. So we do get 14. So my y-intercept I write as 0, 14. You have to write it as that point. I don't want to see b equals, although you're showing me at least a little bit of something there. But I don't want to see 14, I want to see b equals. Okay? So that's our first one. Let's slide over to the right. Asher, what's my vertex? My man over there. Good work. All right. Axis of symmetry. What's that? X equals -2. Nice. Y-intercept. We have to solve. So we're going to plug that in.
What'd you do? You got -8.
I'll just solve it on my calculator.
-12, bro.
Do I take -2 times 2, or do I take 2 and I square it? What do I do first? You do the exponent first. So this is -2 times 4 minus 4 equals -8 minus 4, which is -12. So 0, comma, -12.
Yeah, you got hacked.
You did surprise me for like a second there when you said that.
What questions do we have?
What was your mistake?
I didn't have.
Are we doing okay with this?
I really enjoy this. Wait.
Okay. Flip the page.
Oh, it's because I didn't do the -4 part. Oh, okay, never mind. I think yeah, that's just fine.
All right, on your test, we're going to ask you to do everything that we've done so far. We're going to ask you to graph something that is in factored form, okay? And we're going to ask you for x-intercepts and things like that. We're going to ask you for something that's in standard form, just like your quiz. You got to graph it, okay? We're going to ask you something that's in now vertex form, okay? And then the only other thing we've done is we've solved word problems. So you probably get a problem that looks like that, okay? So, vertex.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong problem. Oh, yeah, I'm wrong way. Okay, my bad. Which one are we looking at?
Next page.
Oh, I didn't do that. No.
So we got -3, 9. I'm going to graph that right away. Put a dot right there. Axis of symmetry, I'm going to write down x equals -3. Remember, those two things are always the same. Concavity, what should I expect? Down. I should expect down because of that -2 out in front. You do not have to write this piece right here. I would never expect to see that. I'm just writing it there so you can see the logic. Y-intercept should be 0, comma, something. Let's figure out what that something is.
Or that always be.
What do we get when we multiply that all out? -9 is good. So this equals -9. So my y-intercept is 0, -9. So I'm going to plot that point way the heck down here. I'm also going to use my axis of symmetry, which is at -3. And I'm going to jump across. So I got 3 dots now. I do not have 5. I need to have 5. This is your choice now. I truly don't care if we use a pattern or if we use a table. Table it is. So we're going to do a table. I'm going to put down -3, 9, because that's my vertex. And we only need we need 2 points, so I really just got to calculate one more thing. So I'm going to go up to -2, and I'm going to go down to -4. Whatever number you deem as the nicer number, you go ahead and calculate with, okay?
Would you be mad if I didn't pick -2 or -1? Like I picked -1.
You chose -1, that would be fine. You can do -1. You could choose -1, yeah.
If we were to do the 149 method, was it -2 times A? And
Yes.
multiply?
Yep, so if we do the 149 method, I'll show that too. That is still A. It's still telling us our concavity. It's still telling us what we multiply these by. And so I'd go 1 over down 2. I'd go 2 over down 8. And so I actually can fill that table out pretty easily. -1 should be 1. -2 should be 7. -4, 7. -5 is going to be 1. I don't need that point. I already have enough. But I'm going to reflect over and make a very nice parabola. That looks like that. One other thing that I will say that is an easy way to lose points. If I know where a dot is, go through it. Okay? If you know where a dot is, for example, I know these 2 dots are down there, and I draw this parabola like that, that's incorrect. It's showing that it's false. So make sure if you have a dot, you go through the dot. Okay? Any questions so far on what we've done? Last question then. Does this graph have a max or a min?
As a max.
Has a max. It has a highest point. So we're looking right there. Okay? So it curves and it goes down. So folks, if something is concave down, it has a max. If something is concave up, it has a min. Okay? For quadratics, that's always true. So what is the max height? 9. Where is it? At x equals -3.
Should I put that or like this the point on it too? Like -3, 9.
I will accept the point for this chapter, and then I get picky as we continue on.
So just
You can do it for now. I'm actually, it's okay. You can do it for right now. So that's also an option. You can write it like this. However, the thing that I want you to watch out for is if I ask you what is the maximum height, do not give me a point, because now I don't know what you're telling me. Are you telling me where that maximum height is, or are you telling me what it is? And I know those things. But don't give me extra information. It's like you telling me the answer is 4 divided by 2. It's 2. Okay? Don't give me that. So if I ask you only for the maximum height, put down 9. If I ask you for both of it, then you can put the point. Okay? Questions? What form is this in? It's in standard. It's also in vertex form. This is why. This is negative 2 times x minus 0 squared plus 4. So what should that vertex be? 0, 4. Okay, we're not going to do the rest of this problem. We're actually going to do the next one. Okay? But I just want you to realize that you see something like this, it's the same thing. Okay? All right, sliding down then. This one. The vertex is going to be negative 1, comma, what?
0.
0. Yeah, there's a plus 0 hanging out there. Okay, axis of symmetry, is going to be negative 1. So x equals negative 1. And now I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to work with the people around you. And I want you to have a graph for me.
Oh wait, I got it. Just plug in some random number, whatever number you want for 0. Go 1. 2. Wait a minute. I think it's like this.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
I could be way wrong.
That's okay.
Not really. Maybe I should make a graph.
Then you can use symmetry.
So you got to have
Did you get 2?
How's it look?
Looks great.
You didn't even look at it.
Yeah, that's
I'll answer the minimum value part of it. Minimum is 0 and negative 1.
All right. How could I find the y-intercept without doing any work? there's a little work. It's just not the work I guess we normally do. I could use the pattern because I'm 1 away from the y-axis. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 9, what am I multiplying those numbers by?
Zero.
1/2. So I'm multiplying it by 1/2. And so this gives me 1/2, which all of you got actually as I was walking around, or the majority of you got as I was walking around. So you can absolutely take this and plug it in, and you can get 1/2 times 0 plus 1 and square it. And you get 1 squared times 1/2 is 1/2. So that's good. But you can also use this, and you can see that you would get the same thing. Okay? So we got that. And then the last piece, this goes up 2. So I have a nice little parabola like that. And then, now you tell me, does it have a max or a min? It's going up. So it's got to be a min. Okay? So this is the lowest that we'll ever get. Okay? It's the lowest it will ever be. The arrows go up forever. So we're never going to have a maximum height because there's always one more step, one more step, one more step. But we do have a min. So what's the minimum height? Just the minimum height. 0. Where does that occur at? At -1. So where is it? It's at x equals -1. You can also write that. If I'm asking for both of those things. Questions? All right, flip your page if you're good. We have a big old problem there. We're not actually doing that one. We're going to be making up our own. So, yesterday at tennis practice, we had a little competition. We went to see who can hit a tennis ball the highest up in the air, but it also had to go over 4 tennis courts. You've all been out there for gym class, right?
I was out there for net games.
Okay, so net game. So there's I mean, if you look west to east, okay, there's 5 tennis courts. So if we have to hit over 4 of them, I was standing there, and I'm like, all right, you don't have to draw this, but we have these courts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to hit it over that, and then we're seeing how high up can I hit it. Because obviously if I just drop the ball and hit it straight up, I can probably hit it higher straight up than I can if I'm hitting it at an angle, right? Yep, little launcher. Now, so I hit this tennis ball somewhere. We don't know where it actually ends up. We don't know how high that is. Ava was walking through the parking lot. I'm just kidding. She was standing right there. She's like, Nichols, that was pitiful. Nichols, I can do way better than that. So Ava walks up. You can also tell why I'm not an art teacher. Ava hits the ball. And actually, when she was walking, Gabe was going in the parking lot and smoked him. So I had to make sure, I almost gave him sunglasses today because we thought he was concussed, but it turns out he's all right. He took the tennis ball like a champ. Ava apologized. It's all right. So we both hit these, and I'm going to write 2 functions down, and then I'm going to have 3 questions for you. So we have the function for Ava hitting the tennis ball, A of x. Kind of connect that A and Ava together. So Ava's function was this.
Can we ask who won the competition?
Oh, you're going to answer who won the competition.
No, I mean actually though.
I don't think this actually happened.
There was no competition.
This did not happen.
You said there was a competition.
There's no way they hit smoke Gabe in the head. And they thought
No,
it was
I know
gonna
that
be
part.
false.
Okay. All right.
I know
No.
that.
Then there's
That was
the
for real.
then there's the Nichols function. Okay. Thought about going with dimes, but we'd have to write 5 of them out. So just trying to make that a little nicer. So I
Because I actually do that. Thank you.
so I hit the ball like that. So I walked up, dropped the ball, smoked it. Ava walks up, drops the ball, and 4. Gabe then gets up and he walks away. He's good. All right. So what was the maximum flight without doing any work of Ava's tennis ball that she hit? It was 92. The maximum height is 92. Now, how we know that is because the vertex here. Oh, I'm going to change one other thing. Negatives. Okay? The vertex here is going to be 0, 92. So, if these are negative, if A is a negative number, it's concave down, so it has a maximum. So if I ask you for the maximum height, the max height was 92. Let's go with feet. Okay? So we've got 92 feet. What is the maximum height that I hit? 90 feet. Okay? Who won the competition? Ava won the competition, that's right. She was flexing for a while after that, just walking around. Okay? Anyways. So who hit the tennis ball the highest? Ava. Ava won the competition. Alright? She killed me. You know, actually looking at this, my tennis ball probably didn't even make it over 4 courts. That's kind of embarrassing. Alright. So, realize if I'm asking you for the maximum of something, if I'm asking you who would hit the ball the highest or something like that, I'm really just asking you about the vertex. If we give you the problem in vertex form, it's a really easy problem. I don't even really need a bunch of work shown. I just need you to understand what's in front of you and interpret it. Okay? Alright. Keep your head on a swivel in that parking lot. Tennis is still going on every once in a while.
You guys ever just like send them in the parking lot for fun?
Ava says yes.
I've done that.
Alright.
It's like
Actually,
it's
what
class.
we've done one time, I don't know if you've ever done this one. We played giant tennis, so you split the team on each side. There's like the fence in the middle. That fence in the middle is the net, and then you have one side playing against the other side. So that's weird. You get like 2 bounces or something, but whatever. Anyways, any questions? What do we got? Can we find the vertex from vertex form? Yeah? Alright, that's half the battle. Alright, you can get in your homework packets. I will take questions from any homework that you have.